Hey everyone, welcome back to Data Sciencey. In this video today, I'll be telling you about that OpenAI has finally announced GPT 4.5, but GPT 4.5 has been released as a research preview. So I'll be telling you all about this model and I'll be also telling you about whether this model is actually good or not because some people say that this model is not as good as they say. So I'll be telling you about this model, whether it's actually good or not. So let's get right into it. So a few days ago, OpenAI launched GPT 4.5. So they say it's the newest and largest AI language model. They say GPT 4.5 will be available as a research preview. They already said that it's not a frontier model, it's a research preview, and it might not perform as well as O1 or O3 mean. And they say that this release of GPT 4.5 is the most knowledgeable model yet, and they say that GPT 4.5 will have better writing capabilities, improved world knowledge, and what OpenAI calls a refined personality over previous models. And this model, if you want to use it, so if you have the pro plan, then only you can use it. So in ChatGPT Pro plan, you can use GPT 4.5 in the model picker. ChatGPT Pro plan is the $200 monthly plan. So if you have this $200 monthly plan, then only you can use GPT 4.5. So yet it's just for pro users. After that, it would be rolling out to plus team enterprise users next. And OpenAI also says that interacting with 4.5, it feels like it's more natural and you feel like as if you're not talking to a model, you're talking to a human. And they say that the model is better at recognizing patterns, drawing connections, making it ideal for writing, programming, and solving practical problems. So if you want a model that you want it for writing, like it has better writing capabilities, if you want it for programming or solving practical problems, then GPT 4.5 is for you. They say GPT 4.5 is not a frontier model, but it's still OpenAI's largest LLM and it is improved on GPT-4's computational efficiency by more than 10 times. So it's 10 times more efficient than GPT-4. And OpenAI also said in the document that was leaked ahead of its announcement that it does not introduce 7 net new frontier capabilities compared to previous reasoning releases. In the document, they wrote that GPT 4.5 performance is below that of O1, O3 mini, and deep research on most evaluations, but in the updated document they have removed this mention from the updated version. So it was also reported, even I made a video about it, that was said that OpenAI would be using its O1 reasoning model, which is codenamed Strawberry, to train GPT 4.5 with synthetic data. They were saying that GPT 4.5 would be trained with synthetic data and it would be using the O1's reasoning model codenamed Strawberry to train GPT 4.5. Instead, they have trained GPT 4.5 using new supervision techniques, which is combined with some traditional methods like supervised fine-tuning and reinforcement learning from human feedback, similar to those used for GPT-4o. So the thing that they use or the techniques that they use for GPT-4o that they use in GPT 4.5, so there's not much change in it. So whatever data that was trained for GPT-4o, that they have used to train GPT 4.5. But the thing is that GPT 4.5, it's like little bit better than GPT-4o and GPT-4, and it hallucinates less. Hallucination means that AI makes less mistakes. For example, you ask some question and it makes a lot of mistakes, so it means it hallucinates more. If it hallucinates less, it means that the answer that it gives, that it's correct, it's not wrong, the answers are not wrong. So this is what hallucination means. And they also says that for pro users, GPT 4.5 will roll out to plus and team users next week, and then to enterprise and edu users after that. And also a post on X, it is said that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman acknowledged that GPT 4.5 is a giant expensive model and it won't crush benchmarks. So they say the benchmarks, on the benchmark it won't crush it, and it's a giant expensive model. So let's see whether the API pricing is high or not. It's also available in Microsoft's Azure AI Foundry platform, along with new models from Stability, Cohere, and Microsoft. If we see here, like if you see this picture, so this is the benchmark of simple QA accuracy in which the higher is better. And here you can see GPT 4.5, the score of it is 62.5%, which is better than the other models. They say that it's better than the other models. And here now I'm at the official website of OpenAI in which they officially announced the GPT 4.5. And let me show you something here. So here they're showing you some examples of GPT 4.5, like how the writing capability is that. For example, if we ask a question that what was the first language? So they say we don't know exactly what the first language was. Now here's what we do now. There's no single first language. The origin was in Africa. So there are some points, and it's kind of structured. But if you like click on 4 GPT-4, so it's like just some paragraphs in it, and it's not very much structured compared to GPT 4.5. And if I scroll down here, so here I already showed you the benchmark for the simple QA accuracy, and here the hallucination rate for GPT 4.5 is lower. So the lower hallucination rate, the better the model is. And here you can see GPT 4.5, the score is lower, the for hallucination rate, which is 37.1%, which is better than the other models such as GPT-4o, OpenAI O1, and O3 Mini. And if you compare the evaluation with human testers such as everyday queries, professional queries, creative intelligence, so here you see here, if you see the GPT 4.5 win rate versus GPT 4o, so it's better than 4o. Here you can see the score is 57%, 63.2%, and here 56.8%. So you can see here GPT 4.5 how it wins against GPT 4o. Here are some use cases for GPT 4.5 and GPT 4o. So if you see like the same prompts that you give to GPT 4o and GPT 4.5, so then what is the result? So here, if you say, I'm going through a tough time after failing a test. So if you say this prompt to GPT-4o, so here you can say, the model says that I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through a tough time. Here are a few things you might consider. So you can see how robotic it is. So it just says like, it gives you some ideas what you can do. You can reflect and understand. You can seek support. You can speak with your teacher or professor. But here, I'm going through a tough time after failing a test. It says, "Aw, I'm really sorry to hear that. Failing a test can feel pretty tough and discouraging, but remember, it's just one moment, not a reflection of who you are or your capabilities." Okay, this thing really feels like as if you are talking to a friend. It looks like it's kind of consoling you. And here are some more use cases, such as identify a painting also about a woman set their boat on fire. So there was an old painting. So here it said, about the thing, and it's kind of paragraph. And if we see here in GPT 4.5, so the main points, it is like highlighting it, and it's like making it bold so that you can pretty much understand, such as the painter name, you can say the painting name, and when was this painting created. So you can see it's kind of in bold. In space exploration, if you see here the use cases, what are your thoughts on space exploration? You can say like space exploration helps us understand or address fundamental questions. From a practical standpoint, it fuels advancement in material science, AI, robotics, and medicine. So it like kind of the paragraph is so long. And if we see in GPT 4.5, so it says that we don't explore space to escape Earth, we explore space to better understand, protect, and sustain life on Earth. This looks like it loves Earth. GPT 4.5 kind of loves Earth. So it's not just valuable, it's essential. Some people frame it as a luxury. It's like say as if you're talking to a person rather than a model. And I already told you about how you can use GPT 4.5. The pricing is too much expensive if you see the API pricing. Let me show you now. Here, if you look at the GPT 4.5 preview, the pricing of it for the input, it's $75 for the input for 1 million tokens. For cached input, it's $37.50, and for the output it's $150 per 1 million tokens. So you can see here the prices, it has kind of shoot up if you see regarding other models. That's why it was said that this model is pretty expensive. It's very giant and it's very expensive. So you can see here the pricing of the model, and there are some model evaluation scores. If you see here for GPQA Diamond, means for science, we see here the score of GPT 4.5 is 71.4%, GPT 4o is 53.6%, and OpenAI O3 Mini High is 79.7%. So GPT 4.5 has a lower score than OpenAI O3 Mini. And AIME24 Math, it got the score of 36.7%, and OpenAI O3 Mini has got the score, it's pretty high, 87.3%. For MMMLU Multilingual, so this is the benchmark for multilingual, and if you see here the score, it's 85.1%. So here GPT 4.5 wins in multilingual and MMMU multi-model. You see here the score is 74.4% and 69.1%. So here it's better than GPT-4o. If you see here the benchmark of SWE Lancer Diamond for coding, you can see here GPT 4.5 got the score of 32.6%, 23.3% and 10.8%. So here GPT 4.5 got the score more than OpenAI O3 Mini and GPT-4. For SWE bench verified coding, so it's 38%, 30.7% and 61%. So here OpenAI O3 Mini, it wins here and GPT 4.5 loses here. So in three models, GPT 4.5 wins and in three models, GPT 4.5 loses. So it's like kind of pass. It's not like whether it's actually wins or not. And let's see how this model performs against other models so we can see that whether this model is actually great or not. So it's okay. It's not that great. This model is not that great in regard to OpenAI O3 Mini. Just in some benchmark it shows that it's better, but even in the document also they already said that it's not that great and it's not well performing. If you see here the model of two benchmarks such as math and science, so there are other models such as Grok 3, Grok 3 Mini, Gemini 2 Pro, DeepSeek V3, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and GPT-4o. If you see here, GPT 4.5, it got the score of 36.7%, which is lower than other models such as Grok 3 Mini and Grok 3. And even in size, it got the score of 71.4%, which is lower than Grok 3 only. So you can see here, it's lower than Grok 3. Grok 3 is still better than this model. This model is not that great, it's okay. And regarding on how many parameters this model was built on, so it was built on 12.8 trillion parameter, which is 60% more than GPT-4o. In conclusion, I would say that this model is not so great as how they were saying that it would be very great or all, but this model is just okay. They just rushed it to release this model. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below whether you think GPT 4.5 is a good model or not. So that's all from my side. Catch you next time. Bye bye.